Blessings! Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name's Brooke and this is Pages of Blessings. So I am joining you in another new location. I'm experimenting with different places because I really like the lighting up in my bedroom, but I don't always just want to film up there, and having just the only place to film where the window's hitting is in front of my dresser. So we're trying some stuff out, and I just decorated for Christmas yesterday, so I wanted to have a little bit of Christmas decor in my shot. So we'll see if this works. Let me know if you hate the lighting. I could try and change it. I've got Christmas blanket, some hot coffee. It has snowed 2 days in a row here. Now it's only November like 15th or 16th when I'm filming this, but in Michigan, it's not uncommon for us to get, at least I'm in like central Michigan, so it's not uncommon for us to get snow here, but it never sticks. Like, it's already melted essentially. The trees still have snow right now, but any type of snowfall puts me in the mood for decorating for Christmas. So I was able to convince my husband that it was a good time to decorate yesterday. My mom was here helping with my son, and so we just put on some Christmas music, and I got all of our decorations out. Now, we don't get our Christmas tree until the day after Thanksgiving because we get a real tree, and I don't even know of any, I'm sure there's some place you could go before Thanksgiving, but the tree farm that we go to is a family-owned tree farm of a family that goes to our church, and they don't even start selling until the day after Thanksgiving. So that is when we go and get our tree. Anyways, enough about my decor. I'm coming to you with a little bit of a chattier video. I do have a book tag that I would like to get to, the Fall Festival book tag. I was so kindly tagged by the Writing Songbird, and I saw Book Lover Amanda do this. This was an idea that came from one of her Instagram followers, I believe, if I'm remembering her correctly. And I just thought that the prompts were so cute. I did kind of do a little bit of a twist on it just to make it more Christmassy, considering all the Christmas decor is up and I have no fall stuff left. So we're gonna get to that later on. But first I want to do a little bit of a reading update for what's going on with November and Historathon. I would like to give you all an update of what I've been reading this month. I had quite the TBR for November. I think in total I had 11 books on my TBR, or what I hoped to get to. I have completed 2 books and it's past the middle of November. Now there's a couple of reasons for that. One is I've read 2 physical books, which I feel like is a pretty good pace for me for physical books, but the audio, which I usually can go quicker, I'm listening to The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna right now, and it's like an 18-hour audiobook. I am almost done. I think I will finish it tomorrow. If not, by the time this video goes live, I will have finished The Nightingale, which I'm very excited for. I think I have 2 hours left, but it's taken a while to get through it. It's a very long book, but it's a great book. I can't wait to talk about it in my wrap-up, but that has been consuming a lot of my reading time. So which I figured was going to happen with having so many heftier books on my TBR, and historical fiction can sometimes take a little bit longer to get through. It's one of my favorite genres, but it does, sometimes I need to pace myself, or depending on what is happening in the book, I need to set it down for a little bit. Another reason I think I'm moving a little bit on the slower end, I am officially, so I'll be 28 weeks pregnant once this video goes live, which is crazy, which means I'm in the 3rd trimester, but that 3rd trimester exhaustion has already begun to hit me a little bit early. I am definitely needing more sleep than I have needed in the past like 12 weeks. It feels like 1st trimester kind of all over again. If anyone is a mom and has been through pregnancy, I'm sure you understand, but that 3rd trimester kind of, yeah, you just get big. It's in a different type of tired too, because it's not like I'm huge yet. Like I don't have like a huge belly, but you know, I have a bit of a bump, but it's just like going up the stairs, I'm out of breath, and I could lay down and close my eyes and go to sleep really whenever. And you can't have a whole lot of coffee. You think you could have like a cup a day. So this is decaf. This isn't doing me any good right now. So I'm just reading a little bit more slowly because I usually get a lot of reading done at night. And that hasn't been happening because I've been so tired. I just go to bed after my son goes to bed, who has also been sick. So there's been, you know, there's just a whole lot of reasons. Life happens. This is just a reminder. You don't have to read 11 books in a month. You can read 1 book. You could read half a book. You could read 5. You know, whatever you get to, you get to. It's not a race. It's not a competition. Even though with social media and Bookstagram and BookTube, it can feel like it's a big competition, or you feel like you have to keep up with how many books like some people are able to read. And some months, like last month, I was able to read quite a few. This month is probably gonna be, my goal is like 6 now. I think I can get to 6 once I get through the Nightingale. I think I can pick up some speed. And if I don't get to 6, that's okay too, you know? Okay, now I would like to move into the Fall Festival book tag. I thought this was such an adorable idea, and it's a quick little book tag to do. So from what I'm understanding, we're kind of creating a fall festival, or you're picking what type of fall festival you would like to go to between the location, the beverage stand, the food booth, and your activity, what you would do, and you would pick 4 books to go with each of those prompts. I tried to pick books that are more on the wintry side, or books that I would consider on like wintry / cozy, or that I wouldn't mind reading in the winter, because we are nearing that autumn timeline. Even though technically winter doesn't start until December 21st. There's snow outside, my Christmas decorations are up. Fall who? It's not fall anymore, it's winter. But I really wanted to do this tag. So we're gonna make it work. We're gonna start with location. Your options are Main Street, City Park, Country Farm, or Town Square. And I chose Country Farm. And of Green Gables. I mean, there is your Country Farm right there on the cover. On the back, it says her imagination creates a world of fantasy around the lakes, woodlands, valleys, and the countryside. Country Farm. And of Green Gables. I read this for the first time last year or the year before. It's all blurring together. And I am in love with Anne. I think this is it's such a cozy book, and it's perfect for any time of the year, honestly, because it takes over the book is over multiple years, so you get through multiple seasons, so it's not like a 1-season book. But I couldn't recommend this one. I have a plan to share my winter hopefuls sometime in December, and I would like to get through a couple more of these in the series. I started Anne of, I think it's Avonlea is the second one. I started that, and when I hit my reading slump and had some stuff going on at the beginning of this year, and I never picked it back up, even though I was enjoying it. It wasn't because I wasn't. So I want to finish that one up and maybe move on to the 3rd one this winter. We'll see. Our location was the Country Farm. Now we're gonna choose a beverage stand. What are we having at the beverage stand? A pumpkin spice coffee, apple cider, chai tea, or hot chocolate. So all of those sound really good, but I'm a coffee person. I love the ritual of coffee and being able to, like, the different flavors of coffee for different seasons. I will definitely do the pumpkin spice, you know, the peppermint mochas for the winter. I love it all. And for me, it's not so much about the caffeine. I've gotten so used to not having caffeine between being pregnant and then breastfeeding and now pregnant again. It's not necessarily like what I'm using it for anymore, but I still love the taste. And so I went with coffee. I kind of could have gone with any of these because I'm not quite sure what's in the cup in this book, but on the cover, right there on the stand, on the end table, is a hot cup of something. Could be tea. It could be coffee. For all I know, it's hot chocolate. So this kind of works for all of them. And I shared this recently in my book haul. I'll link that below if you haven't seen this. This is a Antique Shop Mysteries, The Christmas Riddle. Another one I'm hoping to maybe pick up in December. We'll see. See what I end up doing. I'm part of with the Historathon too, which I didn't mention. I'm not really following the order of the prompts anymore. I've decided I'm gonna just, whatever I'm in the mood for the rest of the month, that's what I'm gonna pick up. I don't wanna like force myself through anything. And that's kind of the mindset I think I'm gonna go into with December, is just whatever I'm feeling, we're gonna read. I'm not gonna set like strict like this book, then this book. We're just gonna kind of mood read. So this could get picked up or it might not, we'll see. Look at her, went to sleep on me. Oh, that's probably getting copyrighted. Our drink, and we know where we're going. We now need to get some food. So we have pumpkin pie, candy apples or caramel apples, spiced wafers, peach cobbler, or cinnamon rolls. I went with pumpkin pie. Book I'm going for is Little House in the Big Woods by Laura Ingalls Wilder. I'm like, when I was thinking about fall foods and warm foods and even the warm drinks, I was like, there has to be in a Little House. I mean, they have to be drinking something or eating something yummy. And I flipped through, and in the Christmas chapter, which I don't know, chapter 4, we're talking about getting ready for Christmas. So let me just read this cozy little paragraph to you. Ma was busy all day long cooking good things for Christmas. She baked salt rising bread and rye Injun bread and Swedish crackers and a huge pan of baked beans with salt pork and molasses. She baked vinegar pies and dried apple pies and filled a big jar with cookies. And she let Laura and Mary lick the cake spoon. I mean, can you get any cozier than that? I love descriptions of food, and you even have an illustration here of Laura and Mary helping. I love this series. So Laura Ingalls, or Little House in the Big Woods by Laura Ingalls Wilder. Fall activity. So we have pumpkin painting or carving pumpkins, Scarecrow Building, pumpkin picking or the pumpkin patch, or Hayride. My favorite thing to do, I could have gone with a couple of these, but my favorite thing to do in the fall is to go to a pumpkin patch. At least that's like what is really popular around where I live. We took my son this year to one where there's like train rides, and you can take a wagon ride out to pick your pumpkins, but there's also donuts and cider and a bunch of stuff to climb on and farm animals, and super fun. It's like an all day thing. But I went for the word pumpkin. So I could have done pumpkin painting or pumpkin picking, but pumpkin picking's my favorite because I chose A Pumpkin Falls Mystery, Absolutely Truly. This is by Heather Vogel Frederick. I read this last winter purely because of the cover, because I mean, how winter wonderland is that? So this follows, let's say, 12-year-old Truly Lovejoy, which only in a book would you find the name Truly Lovejoy, but she moves to the teeny tiny town of Pumpkin Falls, New Hampshire. And I believe this is where her grandparents live, or where her dad might have grown up, or both, one of those two. And her grandparents own a bookstore, so they're coming to help save the bookstore or help with the bookstore. And a little bit of a mystery ensues when a mysterious letter inside an old copy of Charlotte's Web is found. So it's about her and her friends and her trying to fit into a new school, make friends. There's a lot that goes on in this book. It's not super heavily focused on the mystery from what I remember. There is like that continuous thread of the mystery throughout the book, but a lot of it has to do with like her family, the stress of moving, and just regular 12-year-old things. But I really recommend this one, and I forgot that it was a series, so I want to check out maybe another one by this author. So that was the book tag. If you want to do the tag, go and do it. I'm not really going to tag anyone down considering it's the end of November, but I liked seeing everyone's answer so far who has done the tag. And if you are looking for a video to throw in here at the end of November, this is the one to do. I have one more book to show. It doesn't have to do the tag, but I did get book mail a week or so ago, and I just haven't had a chance to show it in a video. I received Until Tomorrow, Miss Tomorrow's Worth by Sheila O'Connor from the lovely Amanda, and she is the Curly Reader here on YouTube and on Instagram, and I've been watching her videos for a couple years, I want to say, and I have loved all of her recommendations, especially historical fiction ones, because we have very similar taste when it comes to that. And I just was so honored that she took the time not only to watch one of my videos or a couple of, I don't even know if she's watched multiple, but to send me a book. Like, that is just the sweetest thing. This has been on my TBR probably since the first time she's mentioned it on her channel, and I'm really excited to get to it. I was actually really trying to make this work for Historathon. I couldn't find a spot to put it in, but I will get to it very soon. It's an epistolary novel, so it's written in letters. So this follows, how old is she? 11? 11-year-old Renee and Mr. Marsworth, and they write letters back and forth. They become connected when Renee is on a paper route and she starts trying to get a hold of him, or realizes he's kind of like a recluse and just tries to make an effort to talk to him, something along those lines. But a friendship is formed through letters, and this is taking place during the Vietnam War, and Renee kind of working through the stresses of what that looks like. She has a brother who's going to be of age to be drafted, and you know what she's worrying about in regards to that. But I believe that's all I really know about it. I like going in sometimes with very minimal information, so I can be pleasantly surprised by books. Thanks so much, Amanda. I really appreciate it. Okay, I think that is it. I have quite a few plans for videos in the next couple of weeks. December TBR, winter TBR, maybe what I'm doing for Advent. Anything else you want to see, let me know. I'm having so much fun with this channel, and I love connecting with you all. So please comment below so I can get to know you, and follow me on Instagram. I share a lot more of my day-to-day and what I'm reading and what my son's reading and all of that. So if you like what you see here, there's more of that on my Instagram, which is also Pages of Blessings. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.